What is this? Alright, so today we're testing the Sennheiser Mke600 with this dongle. And the main thing I'm interested in learning is seeing if the Mke600 with this dongle actually works. Are you listening to me out of the phone mic, or are you listening to me from the Mke600 with the dead cat thing? One way to find out, I suppose. I can't read any chat because of the way the phone is mounted and the wires are kind of fucked up and in the way. So yeah, the main goal of today is a test. Are we getting our audio from Mke600 or are we getting our audio from the LG G8? And I think it should be instantly obvious which is the case if you listen to yesterday's audio on the main channel, which was total garbage. It should be a night and day difference if it's actually working. The only thing is my GoPro mount that I have, it has the cold shoe mounts for Sennheiser microphone. It's just the mount constantly fucking moves. It's not sturdy at all. I gotta get a better mount set up for the GoPro on the bike. Yeah, this thing moves around way too much. It's not steady at all. But I'll get a better GoPro mount for the bike at some point. This mount fits well on the other bike, but it sucks on this one. Audio is perfect. I'm from Portugal. Awesome, thank you. So I have an appointment at 11 o'clock today to check out another space. 11 o'clock. And let's see if I get there in time. I actually can't tell the time right now because it doesn't show the clock when you're recording. I'm a little afraid to go fast with this microphone right up to me, because it seems like at any moment it's going to stab me in the mouth because it's very poorly mounted. So I'm a little cautious about going my usual speed here. So I really appreciate all these cars for actually turning on their turn signals, but this dude over here, this is not appreciated. What the fuck is this? This is a bike lane, motherfucker. The fuck is this? The fuck is this? Alright, anyway. Bike lane! Bike lane! Bike lane! Bye, Mr. Klein. This is the bike lane. Uh-oh. Dude, that is way too close for comfort. Yeah, turn right now that my GoPro's gonna catch you. Motherfucker. That dude damn near brushed my bike. Bike lane, Mr. Jeep. Vroom, vroom. These people are crazy. They're all crazy. Frank's Truck Center. Frank. Fredo. What? Don't you honk at me? Ah, construction. Fucking shit. What is this bull? What have you done to my bike lane? What have you done to my once beautiful bike lane? Ah! Ah! Red light. Yeah, I need to get a much more sturdy GoPro mount than this thing. This is not gonna fucking do it. Not gonna do it. You all ready for the warp speed of Bafang? This is my faster Bafang. This is the one that's got the Sabvaton controller on it. But I don't want to go fast right here because I'm right next to a bunch of car doors. So I need the ability to save myself if somebody attempts to murder me via car door. Murder via car door is common in New York City. With the bikes lane and the cars parking right next to the bike lane and then opening the car door. And this bike also doesn't have a horn. Damn, this GoPro mount sucks. You're actually looking from the phone, so you're not seeing the unsteadiness of the GoPro mount. On my other bike, the GoPro mount is just not mounted properly at all. And why are you sticking out here, car? What the fuck are you doing? Since I got the microphone mounted to this, can't really... Uh-oh, policeman. Fuck. Time to pedal. Now is a great time to pedal. I don't have a huge microphone and wires hanging off my bicycle. Nope, I'm a good citizen. I pedal my bicycle. Maybe not. You could also hear my right pedal on this bike is totally fucked. Listen to this when I pedal. This is a shotgun mic, so it may be isolating the sound so you don't hear it as much, but still, it echoes throughout the whole fucking neighborhood. I've maintained everything on this bike at some point besides the pedals. To let you guess why. Need a loud horn you showed the other day. Perhaps I do. Perhaps I do. All right, here we go. There's a gas scooter to my right. Woo woo! Oh, the gas scooter's gonna win because I'm blocked by a truck. I am being cock-blocked by a truck. Drink my shame. That's what this truck says. Holy shit, you're a slow truck. I think this thing is the same motor that I do, except it's hauling 5,000 pounds. Come on, truck. People are not gonna wait. Anytime I stop and have to start again, people like immediately start to violently try to get around me, even though I'm going at the same speed as them. So I really don't like when people stop in the middle of the road, because when I have to start up again, people try to kill me. Also, this bike does not have the same suspension or tires as the other one. So anytime I see a manhole, I need to avoid it, or else my wheel will turn into a fucking hexagon. Yeah, these are really thin tires and a very, very shallow suspension. So anytime there's a bump or manhole cover, it's mandatory that I go around it. Because like I've been through something like 5 wheels on this bike at this point before I realized that I should probably get a mountain bike to put the motor on. Alright, we got all of our... How's it going? This is a microphone recording for fun. The fun of my ride. Anyway, you have a good day, my friend. Somebody was miring my setup. Now, the one thing about the Subverton controller versus the ASI, you could tell that the ASI, at least the way I bought it, it heavily relies on flux weakening. Because on this bike, on the other one, you know, it's not as fast to get to your top speed. This one has much more torque and acceleration. But the other one, like, you can get to your top speed, but kind of regardless of what gear you're on, it doesn't really matter what gear you're on. Whereas on this one, you know, I got to my top RPM at that gear really fast. But once you hit that top RPM, it's not going, like, this is max RPM right there at this gear. So I have to change gears very quickly in order to efficiently use the bike. And I actually prefer it this way because A, I prefer having the more acceleration by virtue of the more torque, but also it kind of makes you feel more, like, it makes you feel more in touch with the ride, you know? Like, I feel more in touch with the ride when I actually got to pay attention to shit and change my gears as is appropriate, rather than just having this one gear for the whole. What the fuck is this? Oh, they're laying down paint or something. Oh my god, that smells awful. Holy shit. Oh my god, that's fucking terrible. What did I just smell? I totally forgot to hold my breath over there, because every other day I've been coming through here, I hold my breath and I forgot to, and oh my god, I'm paying for that. Those fumes killed some brain cells for sure. Alright, let's go over the bridge. Now I gotta lower my gear here because the BBS HD, it's not the nylon gear that gets you in trouble. It's that shitty pinion. The pinion on this thing fucking sucks. It's trash. And it's really easy to kill it. So anytime I'm even going remotely up a hill, I make sure that I put the pinion, I put the gear all the way to like gear 1 or 2. I really want there to be a minimum of stress. But if I'm going up a hill, I don't want to be putting more than 10 amps into this thing. And I rev up really slowly because I put so much potting on this thing to make it liquid resistant. There's so much potting in there that there's no opening this shit up to replace it. If I want to replace this thing, I have to, you know, get a pickaxe or something and beat the shit out of it. Because the stock waterproofing is not what it's cracked up to be. Alright, let's go over this bridge here. Let's go over the bridge. Gonna go vroom. Now the hill is not as steep in this part, so when the hill is not as steep, I can go up in gear again. Again, I could probably do lower gear with this just fine. It's not so much the power that you put through it, so much as the type of wave. Like when I had the square wave controller, that piece of shit was constantly killing pinions. I have never killed one of the Bafang pinions or nylon gears, ever, with a sine wave controller, regardless of power put through it. But I've consistently killed them, even at lower powers, even when I was limited to 20 amps. Even when I was going down a hill, I managed to kill one with the square wave controller. So let's see what happens here, you never know. Alright, now we're going downhill. Now again, just because I got this microphone rack on here and the GoPro stand is not very tight, I'm probably not going to go down as quickly as I usually would, even though it's really fun to go down a hill at a speed that I'm not going to say on a live stream. Oh fuck it, let's do it. It's too much fun. Yeah, too much fun. Who am I kidding? I can't not do that. Alright. 1, 2. Oh boy. That speed. Oh, the torque. Like being on the max gear and being at like mid-drive and then just choking the throttle. So much fucking fun. Oh, my balls. I forgot. Shallow suspension. Shallow suspension. Oh. Great place to walk in front of. Ow. Shallow suspension. Oh. Fuck my balls. Fuck my balls, they hurt. And my phone actually just hit against the the E-lock button to turn off the controller, so I just had to turn it back on there. Yeah, we're gonna be making a right onto Essex. Gotta figure out how to get to Avenue C. Alright. We're gonna be checking out a space around Avenue C and 8th Street. I may not be able to hold the GoPro and this at the same time, so I may just wind up uploading the space rather than live streaming it, because I don't really have the equipment to the hands and space and all that shit to do both at the same time. I'm gonna make a right on this instead. I think Essex turns into A or B, and I think Norfolk may be closer to Avenue C, which is where I'm going. Alright. Come on, let me turn. Let me turn. Turn, little light. Turn, little light. Bram. Light is green for me. Not like this lady gives a shit. But it's New York. She's not supposed... If she gave a shit, I'd think there was something wrong with her. Alright. So 15 miles an hour. This is a school zone. So I'm gonna actually pedal through here. Hey, there's a retail space to my left. Ground floor and lower level. Interesting. I'll check that out on Norfolk Street. Oh, there's two for rent. One of them looks kind of tiny. I can't check those out right now because I'm gonna be late. And again, being late is a standard New York thing to do. Alright, I got a max of 15 miles an hour. So, I pedal. Just in case some kid comes running across the street. Respectful thing to do in a school zone is pedal. Okay, so Avenue A is to my left, which means I'm gonna want to take a right here, because I got to go all the way down to Avenue C. I don't want to make a left onto Avenue C, so I'd rather be in the left lane. Left lane says only, but it doesn't say what it is only of. I guess that means only Lewis. I'm going to assume that means only Lewis unless I'm told otherwise. Alright, what do we got here? Alright. Let's go. I'm behind an Uber, which is scary. If any chance to pass the Uber, it's best to pass the Uber, because Ubers do dangerous shit. Okay, where the fuck is Avenue C? Oh God. Bumps. There we go. Oh, this is Avenue D. Shit. Fuck it. I'll just go to Avenue D, take it up to around 8th Street and go from there. Also, what am I doing here? I'm a bicycle. Look at me, I'm a bicycle. Whoa, what is this shit? Yeah. I don't have turn signals on this, and one of the things that I'm not really ready to trust this yet, if I'm riding in the street, I don't trust stopping, making a turn signal, and trusting that the person behind me is not going to crash into me. Like, call me a scared bitch or whatever, I'll cop to it, but I don't believe that if I stop, even if I was on a motorcycle, I don't believe that if I stop and make a turn signal, that the person behind me is actually going to stop. I'm fairly certain that it's going to crash right into me because it's New York. So I just go to the side of the road and go from there. All right, here we go. So we're at Avenue C. Now we're at space that we're looking for. Is going to be on 8th. Whoa, this is a narrow-ass block right here. This is a narrow block. So if somebody tries to take a turn without putting on their turn signal, I'd be dead. So, come on. Go, 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 go. Go, you slow gas guzzling tank. Oh my God, I'm not even throttling. Thank God. All right. Here we are. That's a good old dump across the street. I'm gonna put this mic in my pocket because I sincerely doubt I can hold this and a GoPro and a mic at the same time. It's not happening. So I'm gonna record that place with the GoPro because that's a little bit more convenient for me. It's easier for me to hold. I don't have to deal with it resetting, and also it has that wider view angle, which makes it easier to do a tour of a place. So let's see what we have. Yes, bring back GoPro setup. I ran out of tethering. I don't feel like wasting an hour on XDA developers figuring out how to go back to having unlimited tethering. I used to have unlimited tethering with this Pro. I rooted my phone and used Barnacle or Barnacly or something like that. It was pretty good. But also, live streaming with that GoPro app usually requires 30 minutes of screwing with it before I actually get anything done because it's so buggy. Like that app is legit buggy as hell. So it's a pain in the ass. All right, I'll see you guys later.